Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? I hope you all are doing great. It is a story time kind of video, so welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Justina. If you're new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe if you like what you see. And yeah, it is a story time. Welcome. So we traveled to Nigeria last year. Actually, we went 2 times to Nigeria last year. We went summertime. Summertime, I went with the kids summertime, and summertime was kind of a holiday and a business trip. I did a business in Nigeria last year. It has not yet come to the time for me to tell the story, but when the time comes, I will. I don't want to toot my horn. You know what? I don't want to say, oh yeah, it's all well and good. I just want to have, like, when it's time, when the business has matured, when the whatever happened, I will come and give the news. But yeah, we went 2 times last year. We went summertime. Summertime was a business trip, and we ended up in Lagos last year because couple of their dad's family is in Lagos, so we ended up in Lagos last year. We didn't go down to the countryside. We had my mom and whoever want to see us come up, any of our family that is in the countryside, the east side of Nigeria, because that's where we are from. They came up, the Igbo side of Nigeria. They came up to come and visit us in Lagos. So my mom spends so much time with us in Lagos. Their dad's mom spent so much time with us in Lagos. That was summertime. Anyway, I'm not here to tell the story of the summertime. I'm here to tell the story of the Christmas time. So after summertime, we went home and we were coming Christmas. Christmas is when everybody come home. If you are in diaspora and you live in diaspora, Christmas is when everyone comes home. So I have not seen loads of my brothers for since COVID happened. The last time I went home for Christmas was 2016, and that was the last time I saw loads of my family members. So even if we went to the countryside in summertime, we couldn't see anybody. You only see my mom and my dad and few of people that lives in, maybe some uncles and whatever, but my brothers and loads of other people are not coming home summertime. So we ended up booking a flight, and we're like, yeah, it's overdue to visit home for Christmas, because that's when you get to see loads of people that you haven't seen. And yeah, that was it. So we booked for Christmas. Their dad was supposed to fly with the kids on the, I left 16, 14. Their dad was supposed to fly with the kids on the, I think was the 15th, because I left 2 days earlier. And I was flying on either the 13th. Yeah, I was flying on the 13th. I wanted to go 2 days earlier because there was something that I wanted to do without distraction of kids. And my flight was supposed to be night flight, so I was supposed to leave Dublin at 7, was it 15 or 7:20, and to be in London at around 8. Then the Virgin Atlantic flight that I was supposed to take from London is leaving around 10, and I'll be in Lagos the next morning around 6. So anyway, the day has come and I was excited. Our bags are packed. You know, I was ready. I was like, yeah, flying with our kids, leaving early. It was so fun. And then anyway, sorry. Throughout that week, it has been snowing, but it's not like a massive snow, but it has been snowing. And we were, listening to the radio, and was like, are they going to cancel the flight? What is going to happen? Blah, 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 blah. Some flight was cancelled before because the sky was very foggy. It was snowing, but they have not cancelled my flight. So I boarded on. I went to the airport, checked in, blah, blah, blah. I was taking British Airways from Ireland to Heathrow, London. Got to Dublin airport, got ready, board, checked me in, and I went to where my gate was. So when I got there, the British Airways was coming from Heathrow to here, to Ireland, and it was delayed. We were delayed in Dublin Airport for about 2 hours. By the time we got to Heathrow, by the time the plane came to take us, and by the time we got to Heathrow, it was after 10. And my flight was leaving 10:25. The Virgin Atlantic that was supposed to take from Heathrow is leaving 10:25. By the time we got to Heathrow, it was already 10:30, 10:40 something. And we went downstairs and started waiting for our bags, because you're supposed to take your bag and then check it in the next day, because now you have missed this Virgin Atlantic flight. I waited for my bag. I did not see my bag. People were taking their bags. I waited. I did not see my bag. By the time all this has happened, I'm telling you, the place has, like, offices has closed. Okay, there was no place to get information. There was no place to ask anything. The few workers that were around, if you ask them question, they will point you somewhere else. I've asked a few people, okay, I have missed my flight. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to sleep in the airport on a cold winter night. It was cold. It was lonely. Somebody directed me upstairs. I went all the way upstairs. I did not. Upstairs will be where you're boarding. If you're boarding the plane, to go somewhere, that's upstairs. So I waited for my luggage. I did not see my luggage. They gave me a paper. I went upstairs and there was nobody. Like, when I mean, the one staff, I think I passed by the gate. It was waiting when you're going upstairs. And when I got there, there was no staff. There was this, like, let's call it now, it's going to 11, because I waited forever for my bag to come out in the back section. Went upstairs, there was nobody there, so I ended up sitting on the chair. Now, the whole entire time I was trying to get Virgin Atlantic their customer service. I was trying to get British Airway customer service, because I don't know what is happening. Then I was trying to get the customer service of the where I booked the ticket, because I did not book directly from Virgin or British. I booked it from third-party website. And this was stressful, because then I've got Virgin Atlantic customer service. They will direct me back British Airway customer service. British Airway customer will direct me back to the website where I bought it because I did not buy from them directly. It was a messy night. I was stressed. I was worn out. I was tired. I was angry. I was frustrated because I can't get information now. I made up, sit on the chair, made myself comfortable, because I know this is gonna be a fucking long night. Sorry for my language. This is gonna be a long night, because there was nobody. You landed in the middle of the night. There was absolutely nobody. The least I expected from Virgin or British is to give me a hotel to sleep in. I'm an Irish citizen. I have Irish passport, so it's not like if I leave the airport, I will not be breaking any law because I have Irish passport. The least I was expecting from either both of them is to provide me with somewhere to sleep, so I can come the next morning and board my flight. So at the end of the night, the only good news I got from either both of them is that now the British Airway are not gonna buy me a Virgin Atlantic ticket now, because I was supposed to board in Virgin Atlantic plane. Now, British Airway, when their customer service started working with me, they admitted that it wasn't anybody's fault that I lost my flight. It wasn't my fault. It did not come from me. It was just weather. It was nature. So they know that anyway, that it wasn't nobody's fault. And the best they can do for me is to put me in on British Airways flight that will be leaving tomorrow in the afternoon. That was the best they can do for me. and they booked the flight. They confirmed it by email that it was either, was it 12 something that the flight will be leaving, and I will be, was it 12? No, I think it was, I can't remember the time, but I know it was around noon anyway, afternoon. It has past morning, because I landed in Nigeria. It was dark. When I landed in Nigeria, it was dark the next day. It was late at night and it was dark. It was, let's say, around 7, 8, I don't know. So the waiting game. So after they have booked me on a flight, the least I could do is to wait in the airport. I was very frustrated. I was very angry. I was like, if I could see somebody to speak with, I would speak my mind that night, but there was nobody anywhere for me to talk to. So I was on the chair like this all night, with my bag, because I have a few stuff. I don't want to fall asleep. Now there was one, two, like you can see one person, two person, but it's not like the place wasn't full. You can see one person here, one person here. So I was sitting like this with my bag, because I don't want to fall asleep, and whatever goes missing. So come the next morning, the first thing I have to do the next morning to go and find out where my bags are, because I didn't get them that night, my big luggage, because they were saying you're supposed to get your big luggage so you can take with it to your next boarding. I didn't get them. I didn't know where they are. I was so restless because now I don't know where are the bags. Did they board with Virgin Atlantic going to Nigeria? The flight that I missed, I don't know. I don't know what happened. So the next morning, when the workers started coming, I went and queued on their customer, just to talk to somebody, because at this point I don't know what's going on. So I queued, I spoke with one of them, and they started, passing me from this person to this person, from that person to that person, yada yada yada. Explained my problem. I was so angry. I spoke in such a way that I didn't, it was just, I'm angry. This is bullshit. What the heck is going on? I paid, like, this are one of the top notch flight. I wasn't really like, I was like, I'm gonna, I want the best, because I wanted to be there as quickly as possible, easy to get there. I did not want to fly 10 hours to somewhere and 10 hours to another place. It was, they are the, when you're looking at the flight, they are the expensive one, they are the higher rate. And I wanted that because I just want a smooth journey. So got to another person. The person started helping me out, put all my detail, found, okay, I'm in this flight today, blah blah blah, the time, and they started, checking me into that flight. And now they're looking for my luggage. They keep checking the tag. They don't know where the luggage is. Keep checking the tag, but it took long for them to find where the luggage is. And they said, oh, we found it, and we're gonna transfer the luggage to your next flight. I was like, okay, thank you. I took my documents and I started going to near enough where my gate is anyway. And I waited, bought something, ate, because I'm hungry. And yeah, when there was time to board the flight, I boarded the flight, got to Lagos very late the next day. Like, the thing I have planned to do, that was the purpose of flying early before the kids. There was nowhere in hell that I could have done it. I was absolutely very disappointed in British Airways and Virgin Atlantic, the way they handled the whole situation. Like, I didn't, like, I know it's not their fault too, but hey, it's not also my fault that it happened. A little bit of sympathy and, a little bit of, okay, how will I say it, for them to treat me like, a human being. Like, it wasn't my fault. Everything that happened wasn't nobody's fault. So got to Lagos very late the next day. Waited for my bags in Lagos. They did not arrive. I did not get any of my 2 big luggage. Didn't come. And these people told me, yeah, they boarded it on the flight that I was. Now, I had the only clothes I had on. The only clothes that was the thing I had. Now, went my their dad's family came to pick me up, and then we went. I did not have anything. I did not have any clothes. I did not have any. My hand luggage, I don't even know why I did not put clothes in it. So very angry, very frustrated, very everything. At this point, you need to see me. My anger level is hey up here. Like everything, I wanted to fly that Virgin because that Virgin, like, it's the best plane, blah blah blah. Somebody that flew it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna fly. Ended up didn't fly the Virgin Atlantic. I flew British, either way, British from Ireland and British from Heathrow, London to Nigeria. It's okay. um my bag didn't ended up with me. I have to come back to the airport the next day, at night, the next day. Like now, traveling, if you have been to Lagos, you will understand that traveling in Lagos by car is not an easy journey. Like going from that airport to where the house I'm going is took us like 2 hours, because the traffic in Lagos is not something to be smile about. Now the next day I have to come again with that traffic from back from where I was coming from to that airport. By the time I went, the traffic going, the traffic coming back, I was pissed. Like the anger that I had in me did not come out in me for like 3 days. That anger, if I remember it, the Nigerian way. If you remember that you're angry, you're like I'm giving everybody beside me bombastic side eye for no reason, but it's nobody's fault. Yeah, ended up my kids landed the following day. I can honestly tell you, flying 2 days earlier made no sense anymore, because I did not do nothing. My day was the whole thing was ruined. Didn't get like I'm still looking. I'm still thinking to go talk to a lawyer, because the treatment I got between these two people was not funny, and I need somebody to tell me what is the step to take to to take them to somewhere, because I need compensation. There was no compensation. There was no, like, the least they could have do for me that night was to put me in a hotel, some place to sleep that has a comfy bed, comfy pillow, comfy something. Anything else, they didn't do that. So, but anyway, apart from the bad experience, the bad flight, like, I know it is not British Airways fault, it's not Virgin Atlantic fault, it's just the weather. The weather at that week was horrible, but I am also a human being, and they should have handled it better. Like, I feel like because I booked the ticket from a third party, but still, you people are selling this ticket to these people to sell it for you people. So does it matter where you buy your ticket at the end of the day? Because I don't understand it. Like, they're like, oh, you did not book it from us directly. I know I did not book it from you directly, but it's still your ticket. It's still you people who's going to get the money. I don't understand. So I feel like because I did not book it directly from them, they had attitude. Immediately I rang them, like there was an attitude. Oh, you did not book it from us. You should ring them. Like, I was on the phone back and back, more than 40 minutes, back to this person, speak to Virgin, speak to British, speak to the website that I bought it from. It was madness. But anyway, apart from the messy traveling, and my children came, because I was actually worried for myself, but then I was worried for their dad and my kids. The next, they're going to be traveling in the next 2 days. I was worried for them, because I'm like, I do not want them to have this experience. I do not want them to be stuck in the airport. And I do not want their daddy to be stuck in the airport alone with them, because it's going to be a tough ride for him. I'm cranky, just me stuck in the airport. Imagine the kind of cranky he's going to be, him and the stray kid stuck in the airport. So thank God that nothing happened. If I knew, I would have booked my flight together with them, so I wouldn't have this bullshit flight. But thank God, I was so happy for. I think that was when I heard they boarded, absolutely happy for them. I was over the mood for them because I was like, Jesus, please do not let them get stuck in the airport, because they're not gonna like it and they're gonna crack their dad up and he's gonna be ugh. But anyway, they came, their flight was fine, they came back fine, they, you know, or their trip was fantastic overall. But yeah, I had a cranky few days, but after that, when they arrived, the holiday started and we all started having fun, and I forgot about the whole thing anyway. But then when we were going home, we were all went home together in one flight anyway. But yeah, that was my horrible experience with Virgin Atlantic and British Airways. And yeah, anyway guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you, it's not a cheerful story, so I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I hope you enjoyed it, because it's not a like ha ha kind of story, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you guys on my next one. Thank you. Bye.